guess what? Y'all remember I ordered this like legit like 2 days ago? Or like a day and like a half ago, right? So like we had to check the door for packages. So I just went out here. I just thought, I didn't hear anything really other than maybe a truck. But I was like, you know what? Let me go check. And look. My wax is here. Okay, let me get this set up. Of course, there's a bunch of packing peanuts. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. I guess I can leave them in a box and just get the wax out because obviously it's not a big thing of it. So well, I found the sample. Because basically what I want to do is, I want to start working with candle signs because I think they just have a closer connection to their like audience and their candle makers in general. Like they always send stuff out, their new collections and whatnot for free. They always just like send you things, and then they're even like willing to work with you and whatnot. And they have like better wholesale options, I'd say too. So, but yeah, so I used the scent baby powder. And I was using it from the Flaming Candle, but I'm trying to transfer most of my scents over to Candle Science. Some of them I can, some of them I can't. But the thing is, though, I do still want to work with Flaming Candle because I still want to work with everyone that I can work at. So a scent that I can get from Aztec, a scent I can get from Candle Science, and scents that I can get from the Flaming Candle, I still want to work with them all so I have a relationship with all of them, but the best relationship with Candle Science. I'm gonna be honest, it smells more powdery and it smells more refreshing. It smells like a fresh scent. Like with my other one, it smelled like baby powder, but it wasn't like the fresh type. It just smelled like baby powder. And even when I burn it, I don't know if it's with this wax. When I burn it, it smells a little different. It still smells like good, but it smells a little different. You can smell that it's burning. So that's it. May just not work in that candle. I mean, maybe it's just those. So actually, it smells. Now I'm smelling that one. This one smells more like amber. Yeah. So if anything, I'd test this one. Yeah, this one. It has more of an amber scent. Okay, so correction on that. This one smells more fresh. This one smells like baby powder, but it smells like newer baby powder. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It smells more of like baby oil. Like baby powder, but more raw, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it, but it just smells different. Oh, it's a slab. Either it's a very soft wax or it's just been sitting out in the sun for a while. I think it's a soft wax, but it also has been sitting out for a while. So this is what we're talking about. It's very soft. I don't know if it's because it's been outside or if it's just like when you pinch it, it's just like really soft. All of these peanuts spilling everywhere. But you know, those gonna get saved. You know, I have thousands of them. But yeah, this is my wax. I got faith in it. But yeah, I just made 2 reels. Ooh, I ate, but I just made 2 reels. One was like me going out to like what y'all first saw, me going out to like to the box itself and taking the wax out the box. It's not soft. Well, it is soft, but it's more of soft when I like mush it. and whatnot. And even when I was making like the reels or whatever, when I was shaking out the box, I had to put it back in the box to take it back out the box for the video, and it was upside down. So like where like the opening was, it opened and it was kind of like coming out. So I had to like take the tape on it, like came off like with me rubbing it, because I guess it was so greasy. So it's kind of a greasy wax. Maybe, I don't know. I honestly don't know if it's a sun or if it's the wax itself. But yeah, so I got my slab of it. Oh, excuse me, I slid. And yeah, I'm thinking about, I have more than enough time. I'm thinking about making some reels and making the candles. The only thing is I kind of like dread, because I've been thinking about making these reels for like a few days now, but I've been put on the back burner because it's just like making the candles and doing all the wax stuff is one thing, but it's another to legit have to like start and stop recording. It's not like a follow through because I'm trying to be creative with them. So I'm trying to get different clips and go to the beat, and it's just kind of too much. So it gets aggravating and draining after a point or whatever, and whatnot. But you know, later on y'all will see me going in making the reels. You won't see me making the reels because I'm using the same phone, but you will see what the reels see, hopefully. And then like, wow, my clothes fell because of the box that it came in, pushed it down. But like candles like this, I burnt it some last night, because I'm gonna reuse these jars, because I used 6 jars out of 100 for testing, and I'm not using any more jars that I don't need to use. So I'm gonna clean out this wax. The other one's already cleaned out, but they need to be, well, the wax is scooped out, but it's not cleaned out. So I have to go in there with a heat gun like I had on my reels. I have to go in with my heat gun and, you know, melt everything individually, melt all the jars individually, and then clean them out with alcohol and paper towels and whatnot. And thank God I have those. Actually, I'm not sure about that. No, I have alcohol. I just don't know where it is. It could still be in my car. I have no idea. You know what? It's probably in my bucket. I'm gonna have to see about that. But yeah, I'm gonna clean these out. And if not, to save me some time, thank God, you know, I can still, thank God I thought about this. I can still do this. I can go in there, because I have some of those labeled in there too. So I can go in my closet actually, where I put some of the jars from my box. So I put the rest of my boxes in storage while well, up under my bed and stuff, and in the closet at the bottom in the box. But some of them I took out, and I think I wiped off, or if I didn't, they just up there. Some of them are labeled, so like just enough, so I don't have to waste time. Even though I can't make reels out of it, I don't have to waste time cleaning those out when I can still keep those and use them at some later time and clean them out when I feel the chance to, you know. So that actually makes sense. So I can do it that way and start out fresh, and it doesn't have to add a whole nother task to the already tasks ahead, plus the fact that I gotta make reels out of it too. So, and then try to see how I'm gonna make YouTube content out of it too. So I don't know.
Would I leave if you were everything I wanted you to be? When I saw what you did, who you were with, got me questioning the things that I believe. So I asked myself, do I let you go? Do I keep you in the frame of my mind? Now I'm growing wise to your sugar-coated lies. Nothing sweet about my misery. Yeah. I finally found Look at CNN.
Okay, well, I just, ooh, I almost fell. I just poured it, and it is extremely hot. One thing that I will need to do though is that I definitely need to upgrade my thermometer. I know I do, because it gives inaccurate readings, which is why, like, in my Amazon list down below that y'all can see that I recommended that stuff that I either have or I'm going to purchase because I know that it's necessary and it's better throughout. So yeah, I'm working on getting a Presto pot with a spout, and at some point a digiboil, you know, but you gotta crawl before you can walk sometimes. So I'm going and cleaning up my stuff and whatnot. I think that's about it. This is gonna go in the trash, because this is what I used to cover this to not get dust in it, even though I still clean it anyway, but it still, you know, eases my mind. So yeah, and then I'm gonna get what's off of here. This is extremely hot. But yeah, I just want an infrared thermometer or digital thermometer, because I think it gives, I know it still gives inaccurate readings, because, you know, you have to stir it around and it only gets like the surface temperature. But I think it's a little bit, you know, higher standard than the one that I have, because I get like inaccurate readings because it's like I don't know where my wax is. I don't know if it's too hot or not, because like how I'm doing it now, to where I don't just have a bunch of wax sitting in here. I want to at some point, but I'm kind of scared too, because I don't want any impurities to get in it. But at some point I do. Right now I'm not gonna do that. But at the same time, I would like to be able to make my one candle at a time if I want to, and have my thermometer, like, my light just went off, but have my thermometer work without me having to, y'all saw me swivel it around, because I can't get it to touch the size of the bottom of the thing, or it's gonna tell me that it's too hot. Then when I raise it back up, it's so low because I have like one candle in there, and my candles are already like small anyway, so it's just gonna say that it's cold. So yeah, I need one of those thermometers. I'm gonna get one at some point, because if y'all are just starting, y'all got the money to invest into it, do that. Right now, I'm trying to get a top for this, even though I know it needs to cool. So I'm gonna have it and whatnot. Then I'm gonna put it back over here, like where I usually have it at. So I will make more test counters, of course, but I'm just gonna start out with one. Why waste wax and fragrance oil when I can test one at a time and see if, okay, 6% is good in this one, and I go up if needed, or I see if 6% is good, so then I could test all the rest of them and see, and I could test those. But yeah, this is my favorite scent, and I'm gonna be honest, it smells different in this wax. I don't know what it is. Excuse me. I still like it. Maybe it's because it's so hot, but it smells different in this wax. I don't know why. And did y'all see like how little wax I had to use? I can make a lot of these candles. It says 31, even I feel like it could be more. But hey, I'm sure if I brought it up into the 31 I said it could make, then it'd be perfect. If y'all even understood that. Y'all gotta watch my other video to know. Because I got like a 10.5 pound slab of it. And, you know, times that by 20 because wax in ounces weight is 20 ounces and not 16 like water, because water is dense. It's denser than wax is. So you would times 10.5 pounds by 20 ounces and get 210 ounces. So that's how much I have. So divide that by 6.6, I can make 31. And that's going off of if the 6% actually works, because 6.6 ounces per my candles is 6% for me. So so definitely when y'all doing y'all inventory, y'all keeping up with inventory, and please keep it with y'all inventory for tax time and in general, so you know when to buy stuff and how much you got and how much money you can make, and so your goals can be accurate. But not only that, make sure that when y'all get y'all shipments of wax and stuff like that, and you're using Inventora or any type of system that you're using, make sure, like how I do mine is, say if I buy 10 pounds, like I just said, times it by 20 in your own head, do the math for that, and put for the shipment in there in ounces. Because if you put 10 pounds in there, and then you can, like when you do the product or whatever, and it says like whatever product that you're making, and you say, okay, I use this wax with 6 ounces of it, right? You can do that because it will, you know, it will convert the 10 pounds into the 6 ounces for you to into your cost of goods for the product, right? But it won't be accurate due to the fact of 10 pounds in reality, and that wax will be more than that, because 10 pounds usually does not equate to 210 ounces. You know, well, 10.5 pounds does not equate to 210 ounces unless you're talking wax. So if you convert that same 210 ounces back into pounds, it will be more than that 10.5 that you had originally, because that 10.5 is about in water weight, I believe. So yeah, make sure when y'all put y'all inventory in there, you put it into ounces, regardless if you use grams, if you use actual pounds, whatever it may be, or like ounces or whatever. Make sure y'all put it in ounces, because the pounds, I don't think it measures out to be correctly. I mean, maybe I may be wrong. That's the way I'm choosing to do it. I think it's easier in my head, because it's what I'm actually calculating the wax and how many candles I can make by. But I mean, if it's already counted in there for the 10 pounds, y'all do that. If it works, I don't know. I haven't used it. I was just thinking, like, do other people do that? I don't know, but I'm gonna go by the ounces of how many actually it is, because that's just the smartest way for me. So y'all do what y'all do. If it worked, I have no idea. Maybe it's already calculated into it. I don't know, but I'm gonna choose to do it by ounces. So y'all can heed my advice if you want to. You don't have to. We'll do whatever works for you. So hey, but yeah, I just cleaned up the station. Thank God, that was very efficient. Like, I got in and got out on that one. So glad I decided to do the YouTube format of this, because even though I had to move the camera around and the light around, it was significant. It was so much more easier for the YouTube than the Instagram reels, and trying to do separate reels and then do all these different cuts, try to match the music, find the music, then edit it. That's just a lot. And then also, I've been missing this type of content on YouTube. But like, yeah, I'm talking about it, I'm showing you the aftermath, but I'm not actually showing you the process of me making the candle, pouring the wax, measuring the wax, calculating it, you know, measuring my fragrance, pouring the wax. Y'all don't see that. Instagram does, because I'm trying to grow my Instagram. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to show more of that. And also, I got 4 more tester candles up here that you can, those 4 more tester candles, I can forfeit a few of those for YouTube, and I can forfeit some of them for Instagram. So not every single one has to be for Instagram. I could put some over here too, to show y'all the stuff that I'm telling you about, and I'm showing you the aftermath. So why not show you before and the middle of how I got there? So yeah. Okay, so it has solidified. It's only been a few hours since I poured it. I poured it at like 11:56, and it is now 4 something in the afternoon or evening, whatever you want to call it. But I'm gonna cut this down and then put this back inside of my my wick bag. Well, that was good. I tried to use scissors because these suck. So, get this soot off of here. All right, well, it cut. So I'm gonna put this back in the bag. I'm finna leave now. It got a few marks up here because, you know, the scissors, but for the most part, clean. It's not dipping in the middle. It smells nice. I think it has a better cold throw than my other wax. The hot throw is a bit better. I mean, I can't judge it too much because it's still just the beginning stages, but at the same time, I'd say it's a bit better than the other wax, but it hasn't showed me anything spectacular yet. So at this point, I'm just testing for the wick at this point because I think I just gotta face it. I think it may be my favorite scent, but it's not the strongest. So honestly, it may not even have been the previous wax. It could have just been the scent that I was using. Even though I did test like more than one scent, because I've tested like 2 or 3 scents before I even tested that one. So that wax maybe, but with this one, I don't know. I think I need to just try a different oil. And I think I need to try a different company, because maybe I watched a video that Black Tyborn had recently put out, and he was saying just like the concentration and the what's it called? The something of the oil, the quality. the quality of the oil itself. So yeah, maybe it's not a quality oil. Maybe it's just a scent that I can't really get a good hot throw from, even though I want to. Because one thing he said was it may be your favorite scent, but you just got to face it. You can't try to force it to work. So I'm not going to try to force it. But it's just like with the other scents, it's like I don't really like them as much. Or I kind of stopped liking them. Like, it's just not my type of scents. And also what I learned from him and other candle makers is that you don't just sell, so like just because I don't like it don't mean you don't like it or anyone else, so that doesn't make it bad. It's just that I'm being honest and I'm being truthful, because like even they say, that's why I learned it. You don't just sell scents that you like. So like even if I don't like a scent, or even if they don't like a scent, I have to sell it, or I'm still gonna sell it because other people do. Like with me, I don't care for bakery scents. Other people love bakery scents. They want to smell blueberries around the house. Shoot, like there's just different things for different people. So even if I may not like them as much, like I like this one, I like more of savory scents, like something sweet. I do love fruity scents too, more of like fruity, floral. Do I see them in my own line? Probably later on. But you know, with other candles and stuff like that, I love those scents. But with mine, I just haven't had a vision to where like I know where to get these certain scents from. So I have a few ideas, but for right now, most of my scents are either fresh, clean, savory, or out of the ordinary, like baby powder. Like, because that was one of my favorite scents too. But I think from the flaming candle, I think the quality and the concentration is just not there. That's probably what it is. So I'm probably going to test when I think that it's strong. It may not be strong, but I'm going to test it because it does have a high concentration. It's very thick, it's dense, and it's dark yellow. So that one's probably very concentrated. And what I also learned was that most of these candle companies, they test all of these scents and they see which ones throw the best. Even if they may prefer this one, if it doesn't throw as good, because all people care about if it has a good hot throw. So if it doesn't throw as good, they don't use it. So I just got to get like that. I got to start getting all these samples and whatnot, and start testing these scents and whatnot, and just do it that way. So candle making is one of the hardest things. I didn't know that before I got in this. Yeah, I didn't know that, but I'm learning. I'm learning the hard way. So it's just like, hopefully it doesn't take too long and too much to figure this out. Hopefully I don't feel the need to have to jump ventures, you know, business ventures and whatnot. Hopefully I don't feel the need to do that. Hopefully I get it working, because I am using paraffin wax. You can't go wrong with paraffin wax. You just can't. So I think it's just up to my fragrance at that point. Now I will say I probably should wick that one down. And thank God I do have 14, so that's good. Because it's only been burning for, I burned initially, like as y'all saw, for 3 hours before I stopped it, before it had a full melt pool. And the wick, as you can see, it was a little off center. But as I burnt it, and it was like, and as it was like wet and whatnot, and I blew it out, I kind of just tipped it over a bit. I think when I saw it in there, it looked like it was in the right place. I just had to push it, like it was just like curved. The top was curved over a little bit, which actually makes sense. Now thinking about it, I just thought about that. It makes sense because of how I had it with the wick clip. I had it bent over the not wick clip, but my what is it called? The laundry pen. You like the laundry pens that you use to dry laundry and whatnot. I used that. And when I try to think of the word again, but I still don't know. I use that, and it's not as tight, but it goes through the hole and it keeps it straight. So I should have kept it straight, but I bent it trying to get it like tight, when all I did was just like probably like twist it over, and which maybe that didn't even have a thing to do with it, because it still will be straight until it went over, right? I don't know. I'm thinking that could have been the issue, but I do think it is centered. I think it is more centered now. But what I say that to say, the melt pool is a bit wide for it to only be an hour in of its second burn. So basically it's been going for, it has a life now of 4 hours, but the first burn was 3 hours, and then this one has only been 1 going on 2. So I'll fill y'all in. And it's because right now I have it next to me. That's usually how I have my other candle, because I love that smell, and I just got the shower, so I'm into this self-care thing. I'm trying to do this because that's something I was lacking, and that's what y'all will see on this channel. When I get to where I need to be, start making more money, doing for myself, I have neglected myself. I've neglected my mind, probably my spiritualness at some point and whatnot, because of where my mind was. I haven't really invested in myself like I like to. Like I love the idea of getting my hair did every month, every 2 weeks, every 3. I love the idea of getting my nails did constantly, getting my toes did, getting waxed, or not even doing that because it's probably like a waste of money. Well, not a waste of money, but it's some extra money that I don't really want to spend right now. I would want to start out with my hair, lashes, and nails, like automatic, and then I go into the other stuff. But like how Jackiana, like if y'all see, she has like her lavish Jackie page. I love it. I love it. I love it. Like, she is the embodiment of that self-care stuff that I love to do, because I love housing. I love, decorating. I love cleaning ideas, cooking. She doesn't really cook, but I just like all that stuff that she does, like, and all the self-care stuff. She laser hair removal, this, that. I love it. I love to see people take care of themselves, and I love watching that, and I want to do that, and that's one of the YouTubers that I want to be, and then just grow into the sophisticated woman, honestly, that I want to be. I honestly just want to mature. That's been always that's been one of the things that I've been realizing that I wanted. It's just like house. Like on my Instagram, I posted a picture. If I still have it, I put it here. And I was like, Instagram ads are like hitting lately, because the Instagram ads have been getting my heart, like, to where how I want to dress. Like when I talk to my boyfriend, he's like, "Oh, you want to dress like not an old lady, but like a middle-aged woman," and he's right in a sense. But at the same time, some of those things are just professional and in my opinion, sexy looking. Like, yeah, it may be like older, but it's still sexy to me. Like, that's who I want to be at some point, a middle-aged woman. The ones who got their life together, shoot. Even though I am young, but yeah, that's just my style. I like brown, I like nudes, I like black, I like white, I like plain colors. And if it's going to be colorful, like something pastel and muted, I love a muted color. But yeah, I ran it for like 9 minutes, but I got to take these down too. I've been trying to keep them in because I don't even want to try to deal with my hair. And then I got to see if and when she's going to even braid my hair, so I could put either these or some other ones back in or something. Because like this right now is one of those things that I'm budgeting to save money, but I'm still want to do my hair type thing, which is crochet. So, because at one point I do want to get real braids. I do want to get other stuff. Like, I have like that type of stuff lined up, because I know exactly who I want to do my hair, where I want to get it done, for how much it is. I have all these ideas. I just gotta start making the money to do it. So, yeah.